This video will demonstrate how to build a simple data lake on the AWS cloud using the Apache Oozie tool. So we will launch the Hadoop cluster using the AWS EMR, and then later we will build a simple data lake on the AWS cloud using the Apache Oozie tool. So these are the steps we are going to do. First, we will create the S3 packet and EC key pair, and then we will provision the EMR service on the AWS cloud. Then we will set up the connection to the EMR cluster we provision, and then we will connect to the cluster using the web page. So after that, we will build a simple data lake using the Oozie job, and finally we will terminate the EMR cluster. So these are the steps we are going to do it. So in the AWS S3 console, so locate the create packet and then click it. So you will be prompted to enter the packet name. So type the same weblog packet and then click create. So this packet will be created in the default region, and then after that we will create the weblog folder in the S3 packet. So next we will create the key pair. So go to the EC2 dashboard and look for key pairs under the network and security section. So click the create key pair button and then provide the name for your key, and then save the file in your local folder. So we are going to use it later when we connect to the AWS EMR cluster. So AWS management console, so type the EMR and locate the EMR service and create the cluster with similar to the below configuration. So type the EMR cluster name, so my cluster is in PTP cluster A, and then enable the login, and then the software configuration, the default, we can choose the default, the release version EMR 5.33. The helper configuration, we choose the M4. Let's scroll down to the page and you will see the security and accept section. So for the drop down list, you choose a key pair we just created previously. So EMR cluster will step to provision. So like here, so one cluster ready, it will show a status like similar to this. So we can see the DNS name of the EMR cluster. We will need it when we SSH into it. So please write down that. So this is a summary of the EMR cluster we just created. So release the 5.33. This is a public DNS. The master is running 1, the core is running 2, the M4. So next we will install the putty. So if you don't have it, download and install the putty from this URL, and then add MP to your security group. So you have to go back to the EMR cluster page, click security group for master. You will be brought to the security group page. Click on the row corresponding to the listed MapReduce master, then click inbound. In the inbound tab, click the edit, and then next click the add rule. So in dialog under the detail as shown here, and then click the save button. So this we are doing to set up connection to the EMR cluster. So we create the SSH tunnel in putty. We type the Hadoop, the EMR cluster name, EMR DNS name here, and then choose the SSH, and the 22 as a port. Then click the SSH and the authentication and browse to your EC2 key pair we just created previously. So in the SSH tunnel, so we fill the parameter like the parameter here. So look at auto that tunnel, and then click the OK. Click the open. So if you see the security alert that asks you to trust the connection, just click the yes. So after you want, you should be logged in as shown the EMR cluster. So next we will start the command prompt window and run this command. So I assume you have the Chrome already installed in the program find directory. So the new copy of the Chrome will be step. Then we can accept the who via the disk Chrome. So in address bar, so we just replace the DNS portion with the appropriate EMR DNS name. So mine is the EC2-18-209-4-03 compute one also AWS.com. So you will see the following below here. So you are prompted to create a new admin account. Okay, once we are go inside the Hive, so we will create a folder. Say do workflow, and then we will upload the Hive script, and we will upload the weblog dataset. So these are the folders and the file we uploaded. Okay, next we will go to the Oozie editor dashboard. In the navigation bar at the top of the browser page, go to the workflows, tap and click on the create button at the top right. So in the workflow, we will perform the two actions. So first is that we will clean up the weblog folder from S3 backup, and the second action is that we will run the Hive script. So this Hive script, we have the 4 steps. The first is we will create the database, and then we will create the external temporary table, and then we will create the permanent table. The data was stored in S3, and then next we will transform from temporary to permanent table using the string manipulation. So this will be the second action. So we submitted the workflow. So here we can view the workflow there, running and complete the workflow. So just click the workflow, so complete that. So here these are the information from the workflow we just created. So that's the 2 steps. The first step will be the delete from S3. The second will be to run the Hive script. Step 2, A424. So once OK, Hive 63PE. Hive 63PE. So from the test tab, so we can see the 2 tests. Just run it here. So these are the property of the workflow. From the graph tab, you can see the workflow DAG, the 2 tests, the cleaning app, and the run the Hive script. So from here we can view all the workflow running or completed, all the status in here based on the filter we set here, the 7-day. Next we can schedule the workflow to run a specific schedule time, because previously we submitted the ad hoc. So here this example we will show how to schedule to run the job every month starting from 2021 August to 2022. So here we can just schedule. You go to Oozie editor and my schedule, and then we choose the every month, the first day or the every month, and from 2021 August to 2022 August. So these are all the use data we submitted. Okay, so we have submitted the job, so we can verify the uploaded data from the Hive table. So this is the Hive table from the Bigman database. We just run the query from the bigman.weblog. So here's the result from the table. Now we verify the table location. So the uploaded data are stored in the weblog folder from the AWS S3. So the location is stored in the AWS S3, the weblog folder. And then we will go and verify the S3 bucket, the weblog. So here we see the object. Another weblog folder. So these are the object information, the object URL. These are the S3 UI. Okay, we have done. So we will move back to the EMR dashboard. And then we choose the cluster we created and then click the terminate. So EMR cluster will start to be deprovisioned by user request. So terminating the cluster as per user request. The cluster is terminated. Thank you.